So if you're in cybersecurity, you might work with indicators of compromise. It can be anything from IP address, malicious URLs. A lot of times you may receive those indicators or pass off those indicators in a report, and you don't want somebody to inadvertently click on or resolve an IP address. Essentially, potentially infect your machine or tip off your attacker that someone's checking out their payload or their site. A coworker of mine, he found this tool. It's a Python library called IOC-Fanger. It's one of my favorite tools now, working with IOCs. All right, so look here. Here's an example. This may give you, or whatever threat feed you're looking at, may give you some kind of IOC like this, which prevents parsing that IP address or resolving it. Anything else that's going to be like, let's say you have a whole list like this, and you don't want to sit there and try to Control F or find and replace all. Especially if you're using a command line, it's just a lot easier to use a tool like IOC-Fanger, where in this case you can take all those examples.coms with the brackets, turn them into usable IP addresses for your tool. Okay. Alternatively, you can defang. So if you know. Okay, so if you're you get a long list of IOCs, it's a lot easier to use some kind of tool. Okay, now let's cut over to our command line, and so for the demo here, let's say it's all command line here. There is a GUI version. I've never messed with it, but let's say you have you're just typing out here. You can echo www.malware.com, and then you would pipe that into defang. Okay, and as you can see here, it puts all the relevant brackets. There are a couple more options that I have to dig into and find the examples of like, hey, I only want to do the last one, or maybe only that last one. You can do a lot more on the command line with this. You can you have like right here I have a text file with some IOCs in it. So if I were to cat that out to the screen, so my IOCs, I have my whole list. But the problem I have here is, if I send this to somebody, or even I could accidentally click on something, and I could load it into my browser, and I don't want to do that. So in this case, I'm going to cat that to the defang, and I'm going to go with that. From there, if you need to make a separate file, you can just output that to IOC defang.txt. And then now we have our separate one. I'm going to cat IOC defang. And then there's all my IOCs that are defanged. Consequently, I could do it the reversed. So let's say I go cat IOC my IOC defanged, and I type that into fang, and it'll reverse it for me. It'll give me back all those malicious, potentially clickable links, and then you can put that out to report. And there's my malicious URLs. All right. Have a great night. Happy hunting.